It is the very first day of July 2023, just 5 months to December, the festive season. Welcome to Weekend Live right here on KUTV. We have a lot lined up for you tonight, but first, let us take a look at the news making headlines this evening. "50 dead so far, 30 injured following deadly Londiani accident where a trailer rammed into other road users." National Police, United Nations and Cooperative Bank among circles rewarded during the commemoration of Ushirika Day. Salaries and Remuneration Commission defends review of salaries increment to state officials. And Kakamega Homeboys thrash Tusker FC to win Mozart Bet Cup. Our sign language interpreter this evening is RUTH CHEPKOECH. My name is Joseph Kess. We're also live on YouTube at KUTV Kenya, and you can share with us your feedback on Twitter at KUTV_Kenya and at Kess Joseph Kenya. Now we begin with sad news, where it is a sad day indeed for Kenya as the country mourns the death of over 50 people in a grisly accident that occurred yesterday at 6:30 p.m. at the Londiani Junction along the Nakuru-Kericho Highway. A trailer heading to Kericho rammed into several vehicles, motorbikes and bystanders, including vendors operating along the road. 30 survivors are currently nursing injuries at the Kericho Referral Hospital, as well as other hospitals in the region.
As of this evening, fatalities from the Londiani accident stands at 52, out of which 10 bodies have been positively identified. 30 people have been admitted with injuries, even as rescue operations continue at the scene of the gruesome occurrence that involved a trailer and 7 other vehicles. At around 6:30 p.m. yesterday, a trailer heading to Kericho lost control, ramming into personal and public service vehicles, boda riders and vendors selling along the road. Those injured were rushed to the Kericho Referral Hospital, Nakuru Level 5 and other hospitals in the region. Rescue operations were however hindered by a heavy downpour later on in the evening. Speaking at the scene of accident today, Road and Transport CS Kipchumba Murkomen has promised that the events surrounding the accident will be duly investigated, further revealing the government's plan to relocate roadside markets in a bid to avoid similar accidents from happening again. Kipchumba called for cooperation with the East African community, given that the trailer that triggered the accident was from Rwanda.
The message I want Kenyans to know is that pursuant to this accident and considering the catastrophe that can occur along the road from Mombasa to Malaba, from Namanga to Nairobi and to Moyale and other places, we have to urgently work together, and my ministry will provide the leadership on that issue to remove all the markets from the road itself. Just imagine if there was nobody operating immediately along this road. That lorry would have failed here, and the situation would have been mitigated. When it comes to the motor vehicle inspection, we will need a big support from the East Africa community. This vehicle is Wandis. The responsibility of its roadworthiness is not in our country. By East African laws, its roadworthiness is determined by the country of registration, which is Rwanda in this case. So we will need also support of our East Africa community partners when we roll out the motor vehicle inspection to determine their roadworthiness.
President William Ruto led the country in condoling with the friends and families afflicted by the Londiani horror. Ruto called on motorists to observe caution, especially driving on slippery roads resulting from the heavy rainfalls experienced in some regions in the country. Lynette Maina, KUTV.
Well, condolences to the bereaved families, friends, and relatives. Now, we switch on gears where, again, the High Court in Milimani has issued another order stopping the implementation of the Finance Act 2023. Justice Mugure Dhande issued the order based on an application by Peter Agoro, who argues that Finance Bill 2023 violates the Constitution, and the same court issued a similar ruling yesterday in a case presented by Busia Senator Okia Omtata. The case will be mentioned on July 5th. Now, SACCO societies around the country today converged at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, that is KICC, to mark the International Day for Cooperatives. In the same event, stellar SACCOs were honored with this year's accolades going to the National Police, United Nations, and Cooperative Bank SACCOs for their superb management. President William Ruto graced the event, acclaiming the strong regard for cooperatives in his government in line with his bottom-up transformative agenda.
This year's edition of Ushirika Day celebrations was held at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, Nairobi, bringing together SACCO societies from all corners of the country. The event saw the recognition of stellar societies in managerial excellence, with this year's star shining on the Kenya National Police SACCO, which came first in the management category, followed by United Nations and Cooperatives SACCO in the second and third places.
Aya, katika nafasi ya kwanza kwa haraka tunawapa heko, pongezi na vigelegele Kenya National Police DT SACCO. Ndio walio katika nafasi ya kwanza.
This year's edition of Ushirika Day was Kenya's 101st, graced by His Excellency President William Ruto, who was flanked by his deputy Rigathi Gachagua and Cooperatives Cabinet Secretary Simon Chelogwe. Ruto affirmed his government's support for cooperatives in the country, in line with the bottom-up transformative agenda.
Tumeweka pesa katika value chain ya chai, tumeweka pesa katika value chain ya kahawa, tumeweka pesa katika value chain ya mambo ya fisheries, kwa sababu tunaamini ya kwamba hizo sectors zote zikifaulu, cooperative movement itafaulu na vile vile uchumi wa taifa letu la Kenya itafaulu.
The International Day for Cooperatives is marked on the first Thursday of the month of July every year, and as the celebrations here in Kenya come to a close, the country's economic can tell of the monumental role played by cooperatives in Kenya. Mundene Weru for KUTV in Nairobi.
Now, leaders in the Kenya Kwanza Coalition have let out their reservations with the High Court's decision to halt the implementation of the Finance Act 2023. The leaders spoke during a Thanksgiving ceremony for National Treasury Principal Secretary Chris Kipto, an event that was graced by President William Ruto. Take a look.
President William Ruto has urged citizens to plant trees in order to preserve the environment. He also promised Kenyans only earn jobs by installing 25,000 hotspot Wi-Fi. The president also added that they have no problem with the opposition's demonstrations as long as they do not destroy property.
Constituency, kila ward katika taifa letu la Kenya itakuwa ni uwanja wa kupanda miti. Kila mmoja wetu, mashirika, wizara na vitengo vyote, private sector, civil society, watu wote wanapaswa kujumuika na mambo ya kupanda miti.
Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi disclosed his dissatisfaction with yesterday's court order to temporarily ban the implementation of the Finance Act 2023. Mudavadi said that the court should consider public interests when making such decisions.
But it is important that the judiciary becomes alive to what we call public interest. At all times, public interest must be taken into account when decisions are made.
On his part, Senator's Majority Leader Aaron Cheriot has said that the government will lose 60 billion daily as a result of the court order to suspend the implementation of the Finance Act 2023.
But now, everybody is selling their goods next to the road. The bus stops are exactly next to the road. People are talking and having stories next to the road. Your Excellency, with your support and the support of county governments under intergovernmental framework, ninaomba tuondoe masoko sote na bus stops from the highway ingie ndani, Your Excellency.
On the recent road accident that happened in Londani and claimed lives of about 50 people, the Cabinet Secretary for Roads and Transport, Kipchumba Murkomen, said the ministry will install CCTV cameras on roads and collaborate with the county governments to move bus stations and trading centers away from roads.
Kenya on a daily basis, Chris Kipto will confirm to us that we collect in excess of 60 billion every day. Today is July 1st. The order of the court has said that no collection, no implementation of finance bill until 5th of July. If you lose 60 billion in 5 days, that is in excess of 300 billion. That judge also needs to tell.
The Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua said that they do not prioritize salary increment for the top government officials. Instead, they have to fix the economy first. Jacob Okello, KUTV.
Now, Salaries and Remuneration Commission, that is SRC, has defended its proposal to increase the salaries of state officials by 14% for the next 2 years. SRC chairperson Len Mengich says that the review of the salary structure was frozen due to COVID-19 pandemic, but has officially resumed for the third cycle of the proposed 4-year review cycle. The proposal that will cushion state officials against tough economic times, however, was rejected by President Ruto in favor of low-income earners.
Speaking at a press meeting, SRC chairperson Lynn Mengich has defended their proposal to increase the salaries of state officials by 14%. Lynn Mengich has said that the salary review structure was frozen during COVID-19 pandemic, but has resumed for the third cycle of the 4-year full cycle. The proposal that ignited public uproar was, however, rejected by some state officials, including President Ruto, who wants an adjustment of salaries for lower SEDA civil servants, including teachers. President William Ruto, however, directed SRC to provide an elaborate salary compression ratio which show the difference between the most paid employee in the country and the least paid.
So our teachers, our policemen, our people serving in the military space, people working in government offices, we have agreed that because of where we are today, your salaries will be adjusted by between 7 and 10% from tomorrow. But for the other people, the state officers, myself, my deputy, ministers, PSS, na wale wadosi wengine wa bunge, na wale wengine, sisi mambo yetu tungoje.
Lynn Mengich has promised that SRC will make a final decision after public participation. In the revised salary compression ratio, civil service has a bigger pay difference compared to state officials who has a small difference in their earning ratios. Following the tough economic time in the country, SRC said that the National Treasury has allocated a budget of 22.6 billion Kenya shillings in each financial year to cater for the salaries increment in different departments. Zena Odhiambo, KUTV.
Now, the KiFi County government, in collaboration with the national government, has formed an ad hoc committee to look into land and boundaries rows in the coastal region, and the initiative spearheaded by Gender and Public Service Cabinet Secretary Aisha Jomo, together with KiFi Governor Gideon Mungaro, seeks to manage the situation through waivers, land agency regulation, as well as issuing title deeds.
The government has jumped in the middle of land tussles in KiFi County and coastal region at large, one of the major concerns being a puzzle staged by the region's Agricultural Development Corporation ADC measures. The agency is being faulted with land pitting, which affects effective farming.
Rais aambiwa ukweli wa mambo. Unajua kuna watu wakiambiwa na rais huko adu ni ADC, hawa wanasema ndio saa, ndio saa. Hakuna ndio saa. Tutamwambia rais hapa kumejaa watu. Kule ambako hakuna ni ADC, afanye maendeleo ya ADC. Kule kumejaa watu, wananchi wenyewe wapewe waishi huko.
KiFi Governor Gideon Mungaro and County Commissioner Josephat Biwott told residents of Ramada, KiFi County, during a food distribution exercise which marked the event, that a committee has been formed to come up with clear boundaries, which will then be sent to the Ministry of Land so that the process of resettling the displaced communities can be effected.
Tumetengeneza technical committee ambayo inahusu wale watu wa lands, ofisi yetu ya governor, ofisi ya county commissioner, hata tutainvolve ofisi ya mbunge kuhakikisha kwamba hii shida ya ADC tutachua mpaka ni wapi, na kama serikali kuu pamoja na serikali ya county tutafanya namna gani ili mwananchi akae kwa njia nzuri. Tulisimamisha wale walikuwa wanajaribu kutengeneza.
ADC Land Agency has been claiming ownership of parcels of land stretching to the villages where communities live. Governor Mungaro faulted the agency's quest to evict the locals, underlining that the county government, as the custodian of all land in the county, knows the boundaries.
MCA atakuwa ndani, ward sub-county administrator, ward administrator, DCC, machifu na wazee. Tuangalie hii mipaka yote ya adu, ya ADC. Na hiyo ripoti tutatengeza, na nimemwambia waziri Yesha akifika, amwambie sisi tunajipanga. Tutampelekea ripoti, sisi ndio tuko chini hapa mashinani.
Public Service and Gender CS Aisha Jumwa, on her remarks, made a plea to the county government to start listing all residents who have land race arrears to enable the government to waive them and issue them with title deeds.
Zile ardhi zote ambazo wakazi hawameshindwa kulipa zile arrears na atatupea, na mimi nitahakikisha nimempea rais, ili siku akija hapa KiFi atangaze kwamba amepeana waiver kwa mashamba yote kwa ujumla ambayo atakuwa ameorodheshwa na gavana na ofisi yake ya ardhi hapa KiFi.
The government is confident that the measures will resurge productivity. Joseph Oyomo, KUTV.
Wakali Entertainment on YouTube tells me, watching from Northlands, great job, KEES. Keep us posted on what's happening. Thank you so much, Wakali Entertainment. We're taking a very short break right here on Weekend Live. Weekend Live resumes shortly. Stay with us.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience. Kenyatta University will hold its 53rd graduation ceremony on Friday, 21st July 2023 at the main campus along Thika Superhighway. KUTV will provide live coverage of the graduation ceremony from 8 a.m. The graduation ceremony will also be streamed live on KUTV, KU website, Lola app, and all KU social media platforms. For more information, please contact the Office of the Registrar Academic on 020-870-3092 or 0786-335-111 or visit the KU website on www.ku.ac.ke. Kenyatta University, transforming higher education, enhancing lives.
Welcome back to Waking Live right here on KUTV. Let's continue with the broadcast. Now, Kilele Health Association has joined forces with the county government of Ambu to combat cervical cancer through an extensive initiative focused on raising awareness, promoting early detection, providing screening services, and ensuring timely treatment. The program, Dhamani Yetu, aims to screen 40,000 women and provide human papilloma virus, that is HPV vaccines, to girls aged 10 to 14 years over 3 years. Women are also advised to undergo regular screening.
Kilele Health Association has partnered with the county government of Ambu in the fight against cervical cancer through awareness creation, early detection, screening, and timely treatment. Through the program dubbed Dhamani Yetu, the non-profit organization projects to screen 40,000 women for the disease and also offer life-saving HPV vaccine for girls aged between 10 and 14 over the next 3 years. Binda Kidhaka, the executive director of Kilele Health Association, expressed the organization's aspiration to expand the partnerships to other counties following the successful implementation of the initiative evident in Ambu. Their goal is to ensure more women are protected against the disease.
We are very grateful that in this partnership with the county government, we'll be able to access women and men and give information, awareness, and education that is required towards cancer prevention with specific interest on cervical cancer prevention.
Ms. Kidhaka also indicated that the disease is preventable and curable when detected early. She adds that they also plan to build a team of survivors to act as navigators to people in need of further treatment and follow-ups, as well as inspire hope and engage communities for cancer prevention.
Our hope is that we will be able to reach 40,000 people with the interventions. Here we're talking about families being aware of their risk factors, being aware of the prevention element, being able to get to access screening as well as vaccination for girls who are eligible.
Jane Karimi, the County Medical Services Chief Officer, reported that 5,500 women underwent screening between July of last year and May of this year, resulting in the diagnosis of 300 cases, with 100 women undergoing treatment.
Ambu County has been hit by cervical cancer. We are not left behind because in the year 2022-2023, so far we have managed to screen over 5,500 women.
Women are advised to take on regular screening to ensure early detection and treatment. Yvonne Kemuma, KU TV.
Now, humanitarian agencies report that Kenya's Dadaab refugee camp is experiencing an influx of people due to conflict and drought in Somalia, warning of a brewing health crisis. Now, this results from, resulting from overcrowding in the camp. Take a look.
At a temporary resettlement for yet-to-be-registered refugees in Dagahali, one of the 5 camps that make up the Dadaab complex, Shankaro Abukar and her family are still reeling from the effects of a cholera outbreak. In November, Abukar lost a child to cholera after she and 4 of her children had come down with the disease. Last month, the mother of 11 was again taken ill with the disease together with 4 of her children.
If the children are alive today, it is only because they are surviving on milk and water. Sometimes we don't even have that. We are living with a lot of problems. I have so much pain as a mother not being able to help my children with anything. It is only God who can take away my pain since we don't have anyone to help us.
We have a lot of challenges here. The main one being a lack of sanitation facilities. We don't have latrines. All refugees in this settlement share one latrine. That is leading to poor hygiene conditions, exposing us to communicable diseases like cholera and others.
Humanitarian agencies say the influx of refugees has put pressure on the provision of services in the already overcrowded camps and warn of dangerous health conditions in the camps.
We've had a lot of rains, so the rains have kind of added to the flooding in the camps, and because of this, cholera is continuing, and it is dire. If we don't do anything, we have the risk of cholera becoming endemic.
The Kenyan government acknowledges the challenges resulting from the increase in numbers, but says there is no cause for alarm, as it is working on an integrated service provision approach to address the challenges. Such an approach involves a central database containing information about the refugees, their locations, and their needs.
The issue of finances, resources is always a challenge, and that is why the development partners come in. But more importantly, even them, they are also experiencing the fatigue, and no wonder the shift that the government is doing through Shirika Plan, which has an integrated approach of service provision.
More than 135,000 new refugees have crossed over from Somalia into the Kenyan Dadaab complex since late last year. As stakeholders grapple with the effects, refugees like Abukar hope their living conditions can improve soon. Juma Majanga for VOA News, Dadaab refugee camps.
All right, we're taking another short break right here on Weekend Live. We'll be back with sports news. Stay with us.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
To the Church O'Clock Show. I'm your host, Esther Becky.
And my name is DJ Terrell.
We start you off with a word of prayer and get you started with a live transformational worship experience. And have our minds renewed by the word of God on the word segment.
And not forgetting new music za hii wiki, yani ndakuwa bado nawapatia pale wasanii wamekuwa kiwakali. So make sure manzo umetune in because zitakuwa zina flow pia pale mixes kwa wingi, yani zitakuwa zina come through, and pia performance yani from our gospel artist hapa on Gospel Art
from 7 to
10 a.m. only on KUTV.
Welcome back to Weekend Live. Let's get sporty. Now, Kakamega Homeboys stand Tusker FC to claim bragging rights in the finals of Mozart Bet Cup final staged at Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. Kevin Amoa scored the winner in the 73rd minute to settle the tight contest and to see a first ever major trophy for Homeboys. The Kakamega-based side earned 2 million shillings and a ticket to represent the country in the CAF Confederation Cup for the first time. The win leaves the Brewers with nothing to show for this season after losing the league to the arch-rival Gor Mahia.
Very sad, very sad. So we have to go back and then reflect, at least part of character players ambao wanaweza sustain pressure. Tumecheza ball and kama hatuna players wanaweza sustain pressure. Yeah, we reach somewhere ambao tunataka tuamke tuwe juu, but sasa hapo ndo tumelala. So lazima tutafute players pia wana character, wale players wanaweza simama na kufight na kuwin. Tutakaa chini tuangalie ni wapi, tujaribu ku strengthen kidogo, tujaribu kutafuta quality players ambao wanaweza tusaidia kutupush mbele. Otherwise tumengangana na wale tuko nao.
And 800 meters world record holder David Rudisha has issued a clerical call to government to invest more in sports to motivate the athletes and others to push to their full potential. Speaking during the pre-launch of the Transmara Classic Marathon that is scheduled for 21st July 2023, the 800-meter world record holder encouraged the youths around the country to tap their hidden talent in order to sharpen their skills in athletics.
Thank you very much. My name is David Rudisha, 2 times Olympic and world champion, 800 meters world record holder. Today we're here to launch Transmara Classic, and this is a very good initiative, and it is all about also our youth and especially our girl child, because this is areas whereby we find we have a lot of challenges, especially in the area where I come from, Transmara and Narok County. So far, we see that we have very few camps around this region compared to other counties like Nandi and Elgeyo Marakwet and other county in the country. So this is an area where we will need to put a lot of emphasis to see how we are going to tap talent of our youths.
Yusuf Tem on YouTube says, great job, brother. Congratulations. This credit and any other credit goes to the entire team behind the production of this news broadcast, as well as to you, our viewer, for being a loyal viewer. Well, that brings us to the end of our bulletin tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Our sign language interpreter has been Ruth CHEPKOECH. My name is Joseph KEES. Until we meet again another time, enjoy the rest of your weekend and next week, as well as this month that is beginning today. Have a good night.